Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm in the middle of doing some cleaning in my office right now. The holidays are over, I'm finally back home, and I'm ready to really take my sewing space seriously. I'm essentially running ReSpun out of this office, and it is a little bit chaotic. That is kind of just how my office always is, which I think is fine. It kind of is just me, but also because this is like the ReSpun workspace, I kind of need to get a better system going. It'll be definitely unlike me to like stick to it forever, but I need to change things up really bad. All of these drawers would have been filled with makeup, and that has really changed. So most of the drawers at this point are sewing related, but because I didn't have a full transfer of just items, it is not organized the way that I would like it to be. There's still a lot of lingering makeup and just random stuff that I really need to get rid of. Like, I don't know. I feel like all this nail polish can stay here because I do definitely use that. This is just so much junk. I really want to empty all of these drawers and figure out a better solution for them. For right now, I'm going to start on all of the drawers that I have sewing materials in. My favorite way to clean is to remove everything from the drawers or the space and just start with a clean slate and then go from there and kind of figure out what I should put in these drawers. My mom is a part of this online Facebook group that's like a gifting group, and someone was giving away a bunch of like vintage sewing supplies. I actually got some amazing fabrics that way too, but they had a bunch of trim. This is like rickrack trim. This was just awesome. I'm really excited to work with this. There's a bunch of bias tape at the bottom too, but it's just been in this Birkenstocks box. I would like to move it over to this drawer, and that way I can see everything a little bit better. I haven't really fully gone through this box yet, so I'm excited to see what's inside. I took a little break from cleaning. I'll have to update you on how it's been going. Now that I have them done though, I really want to prioritize leaving myself time to go through the 4 bottom drawers. I know that I still have beauty related items in them, but I have so much more sewing stuff at this point, like, and sewing is my life. Like, I don't care about beauty anymore. Sewing is what I care about. So I feel like I don't need those drawers anymore, and I really should just put sewing stuff in them. But I just got a package in the mail. My sister confirmed a pop-up date in New York. We are going to do a pop-up in Brooklyn at Larry's Cafe on Sunday, February 2nd. So if you are in the area or you want to plan ahead and get over to Brooklyn on Sunday, February 2nd, I will be there selling some of my sewn items, and Allie will be selling her baked goods. But I ordered some new fabrics from eBay, new to me because these should be vintage fabrics, but I got a bunch of baked goods themed fabrics. I'm really excited to look through them. This one's a Timeless Treasures fabric. I don't have too much of it. What would you maybe call this, like a fat quarter? But this should be a pretty perfect amount to do a pot holder, possibly a larger pot holder. This fabric is beautiful. I don't know if this would be good for a pot holder because there is this like metallic fabric or maybe like ink overlay. So I don't know if I would want to risk it with making some items that should be heat resistant. But these are just a bunch of jam jars. This fabric is beautiful and it feels really nice. And it's called English Harvest Time, designed by the Woodrow Studio, London. This fabric is a bunch of nuts. That is fun. I think it might be another Timeless Treasures, which all of the Timeless Treasures fabrics that I have encountered are cotton. So these should be totally fine for items like pot holders and stuff. Oh, nice. I have a ton of this gorgeous fabric. That is Robert Kaufman. That's a super nice fabric brand. And it is just a bunch of pastries and cakes. And it is beautiful. This is another Robert Kaufman fabric. It's basically the same print except this is a red background. And then last I got this fabric with just a bunch of baking tools on it. It does seem a little bit Christmassy, like with the gingerbread cookie cutter. And there's something with like bows over here. I can't really tell what that is. But this one is really cute. It's called Baker's Delight and it's by Northcott Lyndhurst Studio. But all of these fabrics that I got from eBay were really nice. I got all of this fabric for $27, I think, including shipping, which isn't bad because I did get a lot of fabric. I'm definitely going to work with a lot of these fabrics for the pop-up, but I have exactly a month to sew everything for the pop-up, and I really want to start sewing for that now so that I'm not kicking myself closer to the date when I don't have everything done already. Like, I really want to make sure I'm ahead of the game because I also want to release some other regular items on ReSpun. I have a ton of people right now asking me about tote bags and just saying that they're interested in buying them, asking when I'm getting them back. So I really want to also make time to sew some tote bags and get them on ReSpun, especially because I have so many cute tote bag ideas right now and I really just want to make them happen. But I'm going to throw these in the wash and I'll show you what I've got done to the drawers behind me. This drawer, I'm just keeping some interfacing and also some fabric glue. I also have this basting adhesive that I just got for Christmas. Super duper excited to use this stuff. I've never made a quilt before, but I would like to make a quilt this year. And I also have two friends that are having babies this year and I want to make them both baby quilts. This drawer, I'm keeping a lot of my regular hardware. So I have like zippers here. I have the little metal hardware for my wristlet keychains, some things for magnetic snaps. And then I also do want to get into little pet collars. So I have some of these little buckles. In this drawer, I have some zippers, some Velcro, and some elastic. This drawer is freaking awesome. I have all of my bias tape and my rickrack. I knew that it would all fit really well in this drawer once I got it all set up, and it's perfect. How cool is this vintage gingham bias tape? It came in that shoebox from Facebook Marketplace, like I was telling you earlier. And I can't wait to make things with this rickrack. I have so many colors, and it's something that's like not really in style or trendy right now, but it's so cool and I just have so much of it. And then this drawer hasn't really changed that much, but I just have all of my buttons in it. Now that I've gotten a little bit of a prettier sewing station, I am going to be fully in my sewing content creating era. I have this tripod that I've used for years for my digital camera. I just attached like a phone mount to it and it's great. These legs can bend in any way and you can kind of attach it to anything. But last night I filmed and uploaded a TikTok about how I prep my projects the night before so that I can just sew in the morning. And that's basically what I did for these tote bags. These are tote bags that I'm going to get on ReSpun hopefully next week. I have a tentative release day of Thursday, January 16th. And I'm going to be releasing these simple tote bags, hopefully a couple of patchwork tote bags, and I have a couple of other ideas that I want to release. But right now I'm just sewing up all these tote bags and I'm filming them for TikTok. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that TikTok doesn't get banned on the 19th. Pretty in denial about it getting banned. But last night I did reach 1,000 followers on TikTok, so I can now put in my own link, and I have my website linked in my bio. It being the new year and having a small business now, it is just the perfect time to take all the opportunities to get organized, do things right. And for me, I want to start making more patterns for myself. I just think that brand recognition and brand consistency is really important. Although my items are one of a kind, I do want to have consistency with those items and just have them be like easily recognizable and like those are mine. So one thing that I'm working on right now is a pattern for my simple tote bags. These are a little bit smaller than the patchwork tote bags that I have been coming out with. This is basically the same exact format as the tote bags that I made for Justin's sister and his cousin. I really loved how those tote bags came out. I've been really wanting to get something on my website that is a little bit simpler, something that I can charge a little bit less for, and it's something that I can make a little bit faster but still with the regular ReSpun touches. But while I've been doing that, I've been taking measurements and patterns of this tote. If you sew and you want to take these measurements, I don't mind at all. But if you are interested in purchasing these totes, they will be available at some point this month. Basically, the outer fabric is 2 pieces of fabric stitched together. This top part is 5 inches by 12 inches. The bottom part is 9 inches by 12 inches. And for the lining fabric, after seam allowance and everything, I'm having the lining fabric be 12 inches by 13.5 inches. But having this made will just make things a lot easier for me when I go to make bags like this in the future. It's a very gloomy day out. As you can see, it took a lot out of me to get out of bed because I really like to bed rot not even like to bed rot, but like I feel like I have no choice sometimes but to bed rot when the weather is like this. But I got myself showered and I'm in my sewing room now and I have a lot to do. The other day I pre-cut some fabrics for pot holders. I've gotten a lot of good feedback on my pot holders that I made for Christmas gifts this year, and I've had a ton of friends and family friends reach out to me and say that they want to buy pot holders from me. And because the pop-up I'm doing with Allie is at a cafe, I just feel like pot holders are food related and that would be a really good item to carry at the pop-up. But I already had some of these really adorable fruit themed fabrics, and then these are some of the fabrics that I got on eBay recently. I'm about to cut out 9x9 squares of this piece of fabric that I got at Upcycle Arts. It's a secondhand craft store in Charlotte. I freaking love Upcycle Arts. But yeah, I just have this like kind of awkward piece of it left. I made a big hot pad for my sister out of this fabric, and I think I'm going to be able to get 2 pot holders out of it. When I tell you my sewing room gets chaotic, this is what I mean. Like, moments ago, the floor was clean. I also really need to organize my fabric, but that cannot be done in this video. I want to show you guys these Madame Sew project bags I just got. For Christmas, my parents gave me a gift card to Madame Sew, which is like a big sewing supply store. This is definitely something that you can sew yourself, but because I had a gift card and I wanted to use it, I got some of these project bags. And yeah, it's just gonna be one way that I stay organized. In this one, I've pulled out some fabrics that I want to use in new Patrick tote bags that are hopefully coming out this month. And then in this one, I have the pieces from the simple tote bags that I was working on. I just stopped working on those so I can start working on my items for the pop-up. I'm working on my hot pads right now. I love the fabrics that I picked out for this pop-up. I just love that they're all food related and they're so cute. I hope people like them. For the pot holders and hot pad that I made for Christmas, I used 2 layers of Insulbrite. You have the option of using Insulbrite or cotton or a mix of both, and I decided to go with a mix of both this time. So I'm using Insulbrite on one side and then cotton on the other, 100% cotton. But I really turned on the camera to show you guys this really awesome thread collection that I have. I have this amazing collection of cotton thread on a wood spool. I didn't realize how cool these were until I actually looked them up because I wanted to check to see that they were 100% cotton. A lot of the thread that I do own is secondhand, but a lot of it is still polyester or cotton covered polyester. This vintage thread that I have from American Thread Co. is 100% cotton, and I need 100% cotton thread for my hot pads and my pot holders. But yeah, I got this box for $8, and if you look up this thread, that is a very good deal. People pay kind of a lot of money to have this vintage thread, and yeah, I'm so grateful that I found it and I thought to grab it. It was actually some of the first thread I got. I got it at an estate sale, and I was just drawn to like how beautiful the thread looked. Definitely compared to like polyester thread, this just looks so luxurious. And now I know to use it for special occasions where I can only use cotton thread. I was editing the video that you're watching right now, but I am trying this new thing where I don't put a lot of pressure on myself with vlogs and I just like wrap them up, because I have this problem where I will film these really long, elaborate, like basically week in my life vlogs, never get around to finishing them because they just like are never ending, and I end up having hours of footage that like I can only condense down to 40 minutes, and I don't want to edit a 40-minute video, and I don't want you guys to have to watch a 40-minute video. I just feel like if I can keep my vlogs or my sewing related videos between 15 and 20 minutes, that'll be the sweet spot, and I will just like editing and uploading them way more than a really long drawn out video. But I wanted to sit down and share with you what I've sewn so far for the pop-up. I don't have a ton of information about the pop-up right now, but you should follow me on Instagram, ReSpun by Chessie, so you can stay up to date on the pop-up or anything else I have going on having to do with ReSpun. But I wanted to sit down and talk about my plans for the pop-up, get some feedback hopefully, but because the space I have to work with is pretty small and I have to travel with this stuff, I decided I'm not going to make and sew that much. I'm kind of thinking about 3 types of products, possibly mini keychains as well, because they are small and I think that they would just be like a cute little thing. Like if somebody didn't want to spend too much money but they still wanted to get something, a little mini keychain would be a good idea. But the 3 things that I'm thinking about having at this pop-up are my pot holders, my hot pads, and I've made some little coasters that are like really cute. I actually posted a YouTube short and a TikTok and an Instagram reel of a tutorial on how I made these coasters. But how cute is this little print as a coaster? You know I love my fruit prints, and the back is gingham. These are so cute. But I just have these 3 sets made right now. They are going to be sets of 4, and I'm thinking about making 3 more sets of coasters and selling 6 of them at the pop-up. And so far I've been able to complete 4 of my hot pads. The hot pads are good for casserole dishes, but also just, you know, good for anything. Like you could use it as a regular pot holder. You could fit like 2 pots on here probably. This is one of the prints that I have. This is the other one. This is the really cute dessert one. I love this one. And then I have the nuts one finished. I have 4 more of these that I'm going to make, and I still need to make all of my pot holders. I haven't made them yet. There's enough fabric here for 11 pot holders. I'm thinking I might as well cut more fabric to make 1 more so I can have an even number. But yeah, what do you guys think about this pop-up only having 3 ReSpun items? The pot holders, the coasters, and the larger hot pads. I do think I'll probably make some mini keychains as well. But yeah, due to space and me having to travel with all of these items, I kind of think I need to rein it in a little bit more. I was wanting to do all sorts of things, like bring my tote bags even, maybe sew reusable grocery bags too, but I just don't know that I'll have enough space for all of that. Also, let me know if the quantities sound okay to you. 6 coasters, 12 pot holders, and 8 hot pads. And then maybe I'll bring like 8 mini keychains. Let me know if you think I should make more of anything. I did already cut out the 3 other fabrics I wanted to use for coasters. I cut out this cat fabric, and then I cut out this fabric that has little peaches on it, and then I cut out this apple fabric. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. I'm very excited for this pop-up. I'm also just very excited to go to New York and visit my sister. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up today's video. I hope that you enjoyed watching. This is kind of my first like sewing vlog, you know, like a few days in my life sewing vlog. And I'm very proud of myself for keeping it short, because I think that's just going to be the key for me, is to keep things short, sweet, and simple. Make sure that you're following me on Instagram and TikTok at ReSpun by Chessie. Thank you all so much for watching. If you aren't already subscribed, definitely go ahead and do so, and hopefully I see you next time.